maybe one.
Maybe. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of How is Royce Going to Die This Time? Where we last left off, you all made it to the city of Briarfield, where you were stopped outside the gates. Some of your magic items were taken away from you and promised that you would be given others.
They were actually given it.
Besmos was not given his items yet.
I thought he got. Okay.
No, they're
No,
gonna give him a
They
new
were on
cloak.
their way, but then fighting broke out. But yeah, and one of you who was marked to be cursed by Cord, the Storm Lord, god of storms and strength and war, you were identified as one of the cursed of their god, where they then dragged you into the city and threw you in a fighting pit. You were supposed to fight to the death in the attempt to save your soul, but you actually ended up making a friend and almost escaping before you cast a thunderwave spell on a couple guards trying to detain the hulking friend that you made, and they immediately cut you down. You were being carried out, and then you got nuked.
Wait, are you talking about Baldus?
Yeah, Baldus was
No, I
being
ran out.
carried out.
I ran out.
No,
I was ahead.
You
got knocked
were
down
running
before you
out.
went out.
You were running out, and then
wow.
you thunderwaved a couple guards who were booking it towards the huge orc, and one of them
Oh yeah, at the
survived and
entrance.
wasn't pushed back, and he immediately cut you down.
Now I remember.
But yeah, the orc picked you up, threw you over his shoulder, and started walking out with you.
Good guy.
As you were the new prison bait.
Oh no.
But fortunately or unfortunately for Baldus,
The party had
his
other plans.
progress was stopped as Hawk took his item, the last item he received from his god before losing certain connections with him, and he threw it, causing a massive explosion that was just barely contained by a high priestess of the goddess Ioun. And really, that's where we left off right after the explosion. So, with all that said, Besmos, Hawk, and Maxwell, you are standing about 50 feet outside the Temple of Cord as you started booking it in the other direction after throwing your nuke. What would you all like to do?
The place is burnt, right? Nothing left.
The temple is actually not burnt. You saw the high priestess throw up a shimmering dome around the orc, where the gem landed and shattered, containing most of the explosion. There is a crater in the temple that leads down about 30 feet into this burning, smoldering cone. Yeah.
Man, never tell me to throw something ever again.
Well, it went fine. It went fine. See the problem.
The high priestess goes, a little warning next time?
Yeah.
There were look. The closer you got, the worse it would have gotten.
Could have killed everybody in the temple.
if I didn't throw it, they would have died.
Emphasis on could have.
Yeah, exactly. See, Besmos gets it.
You can talk?
Ooga booga.
Is he
talked to you last
sentient?
time.
He talked to Theoden last time, I
Oh,
believe.
yeah, he's completely sentient. What do you mean?
Didn't tell you off that he's sentient.
I'm just gonna extend my hand. Hi, I'm Besmos.
I'm gonna go check the crater.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, you go over and check the crater. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
She shakes your hand a little slowly, warily.
That's okay. This is a decent roll. Got 13.
13.
That's workable.
It's hard to see anything down there. She has dispelled the wall. This wall of force that she threw up. Down there, it's a smoldering mess of now molten and shattered rock, and rubble, and really, it's hard to tell that anything could possibly survive down there.
Is the receptionist that I talked to alive?
Make a perception check.
1 second. Here we go. 17.
You don't see them.
Ooh.
So what happened to my fight then? I did register for it.
Well,
Sorry?
after this, I don't think you're gonna get to fight.
Yeah, like the fight that I did.
Yeah.
Did it get canceled, delayed?
I mean,
Who
your
are you
opponent might be
talking to?
dead.
Are you talking to the priestess?
Yeah. I assume she knows something.
She goes, I'm not sure. I don't study at this temple.
Do you
My
know someone?
goddess is Ayun.
Do you know anyone I could talk to about this then?
As you guys kind of survey the temple, you see dozens, maybe even hundreds of bloodied, beaten, and some torn limb from limb monks who are standing, helping each other stand in the wake of everything that just happened. You see a lot of healing going on around the temple, and you see some weeping as there are some people who are dead, and there aren't enough people who have the magic to resurrect.
Well, some of the bodies are also just gone.
Yeah, some of the bodies are also just gone.
Well, if anyone needs me, I'll probably be helping their people.
Okay. So you go about and start helping people up, helping people get to the sick bay, and bandaging people up. Give me just a medicine check for me.
God, no. Do you think I know medicine? I'm just carrying people.
Oh, you're just carrying people?
And if
Alright.
that doesn't help, I'm just gonna dig a hole for people to bury somewhere. I don't know. If someone tells me to.
Yeah, you just go over and volunteer. They do have work for you. Obviously, they will have you carrying different bodies shortly to the outside of the city, where they will be digging not a mass grave, but just a new graveyard, pretty much, for all the fallen here today. What would Hawk and Besmos like to do?
I want my stick.
You'll get it
Uh,
later.
Your stick?
Yeah, my stick. I was promised a shiny stick. A good pokey one.
Yeah.
Theoden did mention something about that. I believe he is going to retrieve that for you.
When do I get it?
I don't
When he
don't
gets
know
back,
when he gets back.
When will he get back?
Okay.
tempted to knock out Desmos. Really am.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm tempted to knock out Besmos. Let him sleep for a little bit.
She goes, I am going to help heal and resurrect those that I can. If you would all please excuse me. And she kind of hurries off into the temple to heal people. Grong,
Yes.
you were at your estate this morning, polishing some of your armor, working on a couple things you've been trying to invent. Just roll a straight up intelligence check for me.
Oh, okay. That's a 14.
14.
Mhm.
You've been working on some things. Recently you hit kind of a wall in your studies. But this morning you kind of burst past that with a sudden burst of inspiration. But you suddenly feel your estate, your house begin to move and rock. You hear this extremely loud and a few different glasses fall off their shelves and shatter. Some of your shelves fall over. A couple vials of liquid that you don't really want to fall over. Yeah, you hear what sounds like a huge explosion, and your house shakes.
I'm gonna head into town to see if there's anybody I can assist,
All right.
since I have
Uh,
cure wounds.
yeah, you run into town. You see people running back and forth in the temple district.
All right, yeah.
Yes, you do
Um,
actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna start running in, seeing if there's anything I can do. I'm gonna be doing whatever I can. I also have mending as a cantrip, so if I can use that to um
I
get
think they
any
only affect
buildings.
objects.
Well, yeah, to like if I need to patch apart some buildings to make sure they are lifted off people or anything like that.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
yeah. I got you. You roll a investigation check for me.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, hey, all right. 22.
Strange rolling an intelligent person, isn't it?
Mm. Well, I've +5 in
I can tell you
intelligence.
randomly rolled for this.
Yeah, no, I actually built this
No.
character.
Yeah.
Wolf watched me do
You
it. I
built
did.
him.
Yeah. This was an
Uh,
individually built character.
yeah. You quickly running through town, grab somebody who looks to be just lightly bleeding from the forehead and running away from the temple district, and ask them what happened. You get kind of a rundown. There was a breakout in the Temple of Cord. One of the prisoners went on a rampage, but it seems was eventually stopped. And the dude just runs off.
Okay.
You still see people kind of running to and fro.
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards. I'm just checking to see. Yeah, I have a crowbar and a hammer. I should be able to help out with moving stuff and getting debris off people.
All right,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna head that way.
Wait,
You
shit, I
run
should
over.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing the wrong fucking thing. Shit.
And
You
if I
run
can,
over and you see this plain gray stone temple of Cord. The front majority of this temple is slightly blasted outwards. It doesn't look like an explosion happened here the size of what you felt until you get a little closer and you see the massive crater in the ground. And you're pretty intelligent enough to figure that the explosion was contained slightly, but you do still see rubble scattered. You see mountains of different rock and stone, and different monks and clerics of the Temple of Cord who are pretty jacked, being that their god is the god of strength, who are digging around in these piles, seemingly looking for missing people.
Do I know who Court is off by chance? I mean,
Yes,
okay.
yeah. Without even a check, you know who Cord is.
Okay, then seeing that it's that church, I'm gonna dive in and start moving stones and doing what I can to help out as much as possible,
All right.
given Cord's general dogma.
Yeah, you jump in and start helping moving stones. One of the holy men, this super jacked half orc,
Hmm.
with pale white skin, um, completely shirtless, little bit of a beer gut, but you can tell that he's still super jacked underneath. He's like throwing stones out of the way, just picking them up and throwing them off the pile. As you run up, he just kind of nods and grunts to you as you wordlessly just start helping move stones and yeah.
Oh yeah, then the only other thing I'm gonna do is as I'm helping out, I'm gonna make sure my holy symbol is out, to be easily seen,
Mm-hmm.
just so
Yeah,
that way.
you make sure that it's out and seen, and looks like this half orc kind of nods to you, acknowledges it.
Okay.
Still doesn't say anything. He's just working.
Yeah, I just don't want to anger anybody. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Maxwell, as you are being asked to help, kind of uncover some of these crushed bodies, you see this, I mean, small to you, shorter looking Duragar man run up to the pile and wordlessly he takes out his amulet, his pendant of Bahamut, the platinum dragon. Excuse me, I need to drink some water. And he begins going to work, taking rocks off the pile of rubble, about 10 feet away from you. But,
How's he
Besmos.
doing?
Sorry?
Oh.
Doing well?
yes.
Like he's doing the thing like well?
Make a strength check for me. With advantage, because you got your, crowbar, grung.
Oh yeah. Strength check. You said?
Yep.
Sorry, I was
Mhm.
reading something. 19 in total.
19 total. He's
Mhm.
doing good. You see, he's not the most powerfully built dwarf. He doesn't look as jacked as you've seen some, but he is really intelligently using leverage and his crowbar to his advantage, moving stones off. Stones bigger than can be lifted by most, except maybe you or the high priests of this temple. Yeah, you see him pretty effortlessly using his crowbar to crack up and roll off the pile. He's doing well.
Alright. Doesn't need help. All good.
Yep. Besmos,
Yes. Hello.
you're chilling watching all this happen.
Awesome.
And all of a sudden you see a flash right next to you. And you see, it takes you a second to see what it was because you have to look down so far. Theote, this little 1.5 foot tall frog man.
Frog boy.
Yeah, he appears right next to you. And it looks like he's carrying a couple items.
Why, hello there, frogman.
Hello to you, lizard man.
I see you are holding objects in your hand. What might those be?
Dude, they're the things I said I'd go get for you. What?
Oh,
Yeah. All right. So, what we got here is what we and the wizard community like to call the purple piercer.
oh.
Does it have protection?
That's a dick joke.
There is very little protection used with this spear. And he hands over to you a long, simple iron rod that seems to be forged onto what appears to be a stinger of some huge animal. You see it is very, very slowly just dripping out this clear white liquid.
Cool.
But it looks to have a twisted, pointed end. You can add the purple piercer to your character sheet.
Add items. Purple piercer. Add.
Yeah, if you have homebrew,
Yeah,
it
it's
should be
yeah.
there.
Yep. There it is.
You do have to attune to that. He also says, also for you, I have this cloak. And he holds up a robe. Oh, that's some echo. He holds up a large robe that looks to be about your size. And it's a simple black robe, except for the fact that it is covered in dozens and dozens of eyes. Blue eyes, brown eyes, some look to be bestial in nature. You see a couple that look to be insectoid, like the eyes you would see on a fly.
Yeah.
You see some dragon eyes and others that you can't really determine what they would belong to. But you see this robe covered in them. And he goes, and this is called a robe of eyes. I think these items would more than make up for the item you generously gave us.
I very much approve of the both of them. They are indeed wonderful. I love them. I will put on the robe and grab the spear, and I will thank him very much as I slap him across the face.
Of course. He summons this massive, like 5 foot tall hand and slaps you about 10 feet away.
Wonderful.
As he slaps you, he's just now taking in his surroundings.
And suddenly, as the dungeon master takes in his surroundings, he mutes. He's really big into that heavy roleplay. He likes to be in the moment. So I just realized something about Cord. He doesn't like servants of dragons.
Why?
His favorite heralds are the Titans, and Titans and dragons don't get along.
Oh.
So that I may have a little screwed up. I didn't read that part until afterwards.
Listen, no one's probably gonna care.
I mean, it's just a respect thing, you know. As long as they don't like hate me for trying to help. I forgot Court because I knew Court is the god of basically bravery. I was like, fuck, wait, he's a Titan lover if I remember right. Shit.
Fine choice, souls.
Hey, listen, you know, it works out.
Sometimes.
Also, I found out the favored weapon of Bahamut is a claw, so I gotta figure out how to make a claw into a gun. Maybe he's got any ideas. Let me know.
Fires a claw.
That's, yeah. What,
Instead of bayonet, it has a claw.
well, what's that one thing? Oh, shoot, the thing you can shoot up a grappling hook.
Yeah.
I could have something that fires grappling hook ends. Might be interesting.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! This spear, holy shit!
Wait. So basically, what you want is a fucking harpoon.
Yeah, kinda.
Just say
Like,
harpoon.
you got a
Well,
purple spear and a blue cloak. Yeah.
It's gotta have a claw in the end, so, you know.
Yeah, harpoon, but like the edges are like the opposite way,
Oh, yeah. I agree, yeah, that'd be it.
like a reverse arrowhead.
Oh, Fraz, while we're waiting, what mods did you update into the mod pack?
Oh, like in, I still
Just some
haven't
basic
done
stuff?
it yet.
Oh,
Yeah, there's like a GUI thing and the mind tweaks. That's
okay.
it.
Thank you.
All right.
That's fucking
The
crazy.
server's not updated yet, though. Server is not updated yet.
Oh, I just installed the mod pack earlier, just a few seconds ago.
I'll update the server then.
Yeah, well, we're gaming, why not?
It's gonna be really easy.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. As Theodes slaps you about 10 feet away, he's just now beginning to take in his surroundings, and he goes, "Hey, lizard, what happened here?"
Big boom boom.
All right, simple man. Hey, Hawk, was it?
Yep. That's me.
Hawk, what happened here?
So, really dangerous guy escaped, cutting down a lot of people.
Followed by an
So I
orc.
made a last decision, and I had a magical bomb, and we chucked it.
Okay. Well, that's some powerful magic bomb. All right.
I mean, gifts
I'm
from
gonna-
gods do that, usually.
I wouldn't know, but I'd imagine they do. And he surveys the area. He begins using this massive hand that he's conjured up to start moving rubble. And he goes, "Hey, Grung, how you doing, bro? It's been a while."
I'm barely remembering who this person is, I'm assuming. Yes, apologies, I'm trying to help these people out, although hopefully they won't be offended by the fact that I am a servant of a dragon.
Huh?
As
No,
I
you're.
continue moving rocks.
I wouldn't know super well, but I imagine your god's cool with theirs.
It is Cord, you know.
Lame to me.
Cord likes Titans, not Dragonkin, so, you know, Dragonkind, apologies. I'm just gonna continue, as I'm gonna move rocks, trying to avoid the subject of remembering this man's name.
I'm just gonna eat another rock.
You yeet another rock. As you yeet the rock, Maxwell, it slams to the ground, in a place where nobody else is. You aimed well.
Yeah. Thank God.
Coyote goes, "Dang, dude. Hey, have you met this guy, Grong? This guy's wild. Have you seen his magic item?"
The giant one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up at him and... This is a Cyclops, you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
9
Hello.
Cyclops.
I'm just checking something.
one red eye. Uh,
He's talking about magic item, right? I'm gonna show him the eye then instead of the other one.
uh,
show him- he has this little prosthetic eye that he pulls out and shows to you.
I
And Theody now walks up to you, Grong, and he just kind of slaps you on the back. You have clothes on, so you don't need to worry about being poisoned. But he just slaps you on the back and says, "This guy's a jokester. He's pretty cool." And he's now next to you, just kind of making small talk as he's helping move different rocks here and there with his arcane hand.
I'm gonna look up at Maxwell and go, so, your lot, they serve, Grolantar?
I
I
don't
believe?
know.
Grunch.
I
Huh?
don't know.
Make a religion check, Grong.
Oh, okay. I should be decent at this. I'm familiar with that god, I believe, for some reason. That is, 16. Oh, wait. You said
16?
religion. You said religion, not intelligence, right?
Yeah,
Change
Oh, it's the
modifier.
same.
Yep.
It's the, yeah, it's the same modifier.
Okay.
16.
gotcha.
Had to
Um,
check.
Cyclops generally worship a couple different gods, not usually good ones. But generally the most widely known one that they worship and serve is Grumsh One Eye.
Oh, okay. See, I was thinking it was Grolantorn, the chaotic evil god. Okay. I'm gonna look up.
Which, I mean, Grumsh One Eye is
Mhm.
chaotic evil.
Yeah. Okay.
He's the god of, generally speaking, orcs, goblins, different savage, barbaric, warring peoples who kill just cause. They don't kill for conquest; they just kill because they like slaughter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. That's good to know. I'm gonna look up at the or the giant then, and just looking for something. And nod and go. Just by chance, you don't, eat small children or, anything like that, right?
What the fuck? No.
No, that's me.
Theody kind of grabs your shoulder and pulls you aside, and he goes, "Hey, dude, I know people are pretty racist to you. People are racist to me, but that doesn't really give us
I'm not. No, I'm not being racist. I'm asking it as a servant of.
right."
I'm asking as a servant of good
I
here.
know,
If he
but
eats
like you're
children,
stereotyping. That's kind of rude.
they literally, that is one of part of their diet. It's
Yeah, and
documented.
your people are part of taking people underground and enslaving them. My people are savages.
That's fair.
My people are great.
We all break
I just butt in.
stereotypes.
Well, wait. Is he proper? Is he a proper giant, or is this a Cyclops kin? I'm not sure at this point. I can't tell.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I just met him, but he's pretty cool. He's kind of funny.
Should we find out so we know what to address him as respect? I mean,
Hey, Maxwell, right?
Yeah.
Were you born like that? And he kind of just gestures to your face.
are you Cyclops kin? Just to clarify, we want to make sure we're addressing you properly.
No.
Oh,
No, actually.
so he's
I
not.
was human, then not, then this. Long story.
Yeah. Magic's weird. I understand.
It was
I-
more scientific second time around, but yeah.
I don't. Okay.
Scientific.
Can I just walk up to him and go, yeah, the axe changed some things?
And there's a tabaxi. I assume I know what tabaxi are.
You do know what tabaxi are. They're
What stereotype are
a
gonna
lot in
call
this
him now?
sea, but this empire does generally have a lot more of the regarded as bestial races.
Okay. I'm going to look at him or look at Hawkfeather and go, one of the fur folk. Nice to meet you. I am Grong Trollbleeder.
And
Well,
Theody pulls you aside again, and he goes, Hey, so I know like 3 or 4 years ago it was okay and cool to call people furfolk. Uh, Recently people have been getting canceled for doing that. I just wanted to let you know. He's probably cool with it, but just so not a lot of people hear you. Furfolk is kind of out. So.
Uh, okay.
And Wolf's trying really hard to make the
So
DM's
wait,
character an asshole.
I'm gonna look at him and go. So is Leopard Man not welcome or Jaguar Men not allowed anymore? Is that also? It's been a while.
No, that's I know it's been a while since I met one too. I just hear from uh, the birds, birds sending messages back and forth, tweeting and all that. Um,
I'm gonna look at Hawk Feather. Does he have any religious symbols on him? Specifically looking for Teska or Nula.
I think my amulet has
roll
mark
a
of
perception check.
Ramuel.
Roll what?
Right?
A perception check.
Okay.
I don't even know what Ramuel's symbol is. I don't think he has one.
12.
You don't see him have any religious iconography on him.
Okay. That's good to know. Alright, I'm just going to look towards the Grong, the man I forgot the name of, or whatever. Or
Frogman.
the frog, yes, the frog man. I forget the name of.
Well, which fits because your character forgot too.
And I'm gonna just nod and go, there are people still under the rubble. Oh, I'm gonna finish up here, and I'm gonna slowly and awkwardly go back to
No,
working.
yeah, I got you. But realistically, they're kind of.
No,
Okay, no, yeah, I'll help.
are you calling
I'm gonna
the
go
servants of
and-
Cord? Is there an issue here? I understand the heralds are titans, but they're still people.
What? No, what? Religion is boring, but I don't hate the people.
Just making sure. Gotta ask. Also, there's a giant lizard that's walking around. I'm concerned. Is this?
Yeah, no, he's alright. I think he's
Is that a pet? Did someone let him off the leash? I mean,
mentally challenged.
I'm gonna walk up
oh,
to him. I'm gonna tap on the shoulder. He's part of the party. Just treat him like a normal person.
party?
I'm gonna turn
He cries
into
easily.
I'm going to turn into a motherfucking dinosaur. I'm gonna turn into an
God.
Allosaurus.
Just randomly.
Yes.
He's doing it again.
Onward, noble steed.
I lower myself so Maxwell can get on top of me and
Oh, I'm still fucking helping in the rubble. We're done.
what if I help you as
You
an
see
Allosaurus move the rubble?
freaking dinosaur. Well, you see the lizard shift and grow into this dinosaur.
That's not
how big is an Allosaurus?
I think it's a large. Let me check. It's a large
Fairly
beast.
Yeah, they're fairly
Okay.
large.
If you want like exact measurements, I can Google it. But
No, I got you.
How large is for spaces, right?
38 feet long, about 16 feet tall.
Yeah,
it's a
you see
giant.
that.
It's a T-Rex with like a flippin' starfish on its head.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's what it
You
reminds me
see
of.
him shift and change into a creature you've never seen before. A creature you can't really comprehend. This massive bipedal lizard with an extremely long tail, huge head, tiny arms. It looks extremely inefficient. Yeah.
As we're standing in front of the worshippers of corn, I'm gonna draw my weapon just in case against this thing and kind of block him from the church rubble at this point. Out of respect, because I know Cord is a believer in bravery and scorns weakness, so. Please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. That's all I'm asking. Whatever you are, I don't want to have to kill you.
You see this small little Durgar man throws down his crowbar and pulls out a strange little arcane contraption. You haven't really seen anything like it, except maybe when you were in the torture dimension, for lack of a better word. But other than that,
The rest of the party, you mean?
I,
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
just for fun's sake, I'm just gonna just for fun's sake, I'm just gonna
Oh,
right in front of him, just for fun's sake, just for fun's sake.
I just played the audio clip. There we go.
Screeze.
I'm gonna cast enlarge on myself
Why not do the opposite on the dinosaur?
because I'm trying to intimidate the dinosaur to get it to leave us alone.
Wouldn't making him smaller be scarier for the dinosaur?
I
I'm just gonna
don't.
start patting him on the side. This is normal.
You see the tabaxi walks up and begins patting and petting the dinosaur on the side.
Have I been making progress at all?
You are making a lot of progress, Maxwell.
Okay.
You see a lot of the monks who have been at this pile and a couple other close piles of rubble working. As as he roars, you see a bunch of them. A couple of them kind of stumble backwards, maybe new initiates to this god. But you see most of them actually step forward, and none of them have weapons, but they seem to get into stances.
I'm just gonna hurl like a small rock at Desmos, tell him to stop.
You see Maxwell just out of the side of his one eye, takes what is small piece of rubble for him.
For the dinosaur, I mean. Which is pretty big.
Yeah, which is still this probably 40-pound rock, and just effortlessly hucks it up at the dinosaur's head.
I want to catch it.
Oh, I was gonna do some
Roll
flips
a-
to get out of the air, but alright.
Roll a dex save, Besmos.
Well,
Would it
At the
be...
dinosaur.
22.
22.
Oh,
Huh.
wait, I need to roll. I need to look for the actual stats for. Okay, that would still be 22, I think. Yeah, that's still 22. Okay, we're good.
22. You catch it. You catch the rock in your mouth. It chips one of your teeth.
Oh well.
It'll regen.
Kind of hurts.
I'm gonna yeet it as far as I can.
All right, you yeet it off, and actually up on top of the temple of Cord.
God damn it, start fucking helping, I'm gonna beat you up myself.
Yeah, I'm just fine. I'll fucking help. Fine.
You can't talk.
I'm just gonna start like grumbling at him in dinosaur, and I'm gonna start moving the rubble.
Grung, as you and a bunch of monks are kind of lined up protectively in front of the temple, you see this all go down. Maxwell chucks a rock up. The dinosaur catches it and chucks it. And reluctantly, the dinosaur begins to move rubble out of the way with his huge, massive, elongated snout and teeth. Looks to be helping.
Of all the days I chose to come out of my house, I did not expect this, and I'm just gonna turn back around now that I'm enlarged and continue moving stuff around, or moving boulders around as best I can.
That's something that I need in my life.
All right. The monks see all this go down and hold on. Wow. They just go back to their work. You all are working for a little bit. You do find some crumpled and crushed bodies under the rubble.
That wasn't us, right?
Hmm?
That wasn't our fault, right? The crushed bodies.
Not this pile of rubble.
Just making sure.
There were different piles of rubble that are being excavated out. that were kind of rocked loose in the explosion. A couple different pillars shattered and fell, creating a few piles.
Whoops.
Not the one you're working on. Anyway, you guys kind of get to the bottom of it. After a couple hours, it takes a while. This is a lot of heavy stone to move. No, Trin.
I think I've seen this
Um,
before.
I'm not playing
And,
that video.
Yeah, you all make it down to the bottom of this pile. Find a few bodies that are now past the point of resurrection, as all the clerics and paladins seem to have expended the magic that they had at their disposal. Theody goes, "Alright. Well, I don't mean to ruin the somber moment, but hey, Grong,
Yes. What? Sorry.
you want to make some money, bro?
Oh,
I
Hey,
don't.
Hawk, Maxwell, y'all want to make some money?
Wait, I'm pretty sure I have a
exactly.
reward for stopping that guy from escaping.
Oh, that is true. But what's your plan exactly?
Depends on what the plan is.
Oh, has the crater cooled and settled now?
Yeah, it seems to. Walk over to it. It's still
Because
slightly steaming, but the molten rock has cooled.
because I think Baldus mentioned that his gauntlets were magic, so there's a chance they're alive in there. He mentioned they make you
Yeah, you
stronger.
can go investigate.
I'd like to go
Roll an
look at the
investigation
gauntlets.
check.
Yeah. Oh, my investigation sucks. Oh no. Oh, I got an 11. I have a +0.
11. You go down into this kind of cone-like crater, and you don't find anything. You don't find anything here, there. It's hard to tell. There's so much. There's a little bit of loose rock, but most of what is in here was dripping molten rock from part of the temple that was just superheated and melted in the explosion. That seems to have drifted down into the bottom of the cone and solidified.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna find anything. Alright, I'll head back out.
Alright.
I wanted those gauntlets.
You-
May I help you, sir? Mr. I look to Hawk. What do you prefer to be called?
You can just call me Hawk.
That the irony in your name is palpable. Were you looking for something? Did you need assistance?
So one of the people that was in here had some magic items. I was seeing if anything survived, but
You,
Then we
You're-
loot them.
you are choosing
And
to
shared it around?
steal from the dead? I feel that's rather
he
disrespectful
was a
overall.
very, very bad person.
But still, even in death, they should be given some sort of mercy and buried with their belongings. You wanted me to play good character. Fuck you.
No, Hawk is sighing.
I mean, we can look for the person and give them a proper burial if any of the clerics around here can revive them and they give you the permission to take their items. And I am
I'm
more
gonna walk up to Grunk so no one else can hear. I'm gonna tap on the shoulder. Look, you need to know what the kind of guy that guy is. He killed an entire village of innocent people.
and
He
that's
was the worst kind of person.
and that's understandable. But you must realize that even when the enemy is dead, you must provide them at the very least the mercy and the honorable burial with their own items and their own stuff that they've worked hard in life. Is so
I'm
no matter.
90% sure they were stolen.
I
I'm
still.
like 90% sure those weren't his.
Grong, you would know if they're stolen items, you don't even believe them to be property of the thief.
However, mercy against evil is still a big, strong portion of my dogma. I respect those who are dead, and the items should be given to either the church itself, where the destruction was caused, so that they may sell it to provide more value to their church.
Cast blindness on him. He's not gonna be able to say shit if he can't see shit.
Suddenly they're mad I'm playing a good character. Amazing how that works out.
I didn't know about the ring, did I? I only knew about the book and the.
Didn't we loot him? Like, I'm pretty sure we
No.
already
You
did.
did
Yeah,
not
I
loot
My
did.
body
was
know
destroyed.
that, but
Alright.
If you require assistance, I'm happy to find the body. We can see if we can find a cleric to revive them to give you the permission to have the items, or we can bring them back to the original owner.
all right, if you want to, but I'm pretty sure he's from far, far countries over. I think he mentioned, so I don't know if we're gonna find the original owner.
A worthy mission. If not, then we can leave it with the church in honor and respect of the person who had fallen, for their evil deeds to be given over to help the church that they destroyed.
At the very least, I don't want anyone dangerous getting the items. He had some pretty strong ones, so yeah, that would be for the best.
I'm gonna look for one of the members, or one of the more higher up members of the Church of Cord.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
All right. Little +5. 21.
21. Takes you really only a couple minutes. You find a extremely tall, very well-muscled, toned. Let me see. Gotta pull up my notes for this temple. Yeah, a very well-muscled tiefling man.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to him and address him and say, Sir, I apologize for the bothersome. I know that your god doesn't have an interest in those who serve dragonkind and prefers titans and those and such, so I apologize for bothering you with my presence. However, my compatriot over there, as I point to or motion to Hawk, mentioned that there were some very dangerous magic items that might be under the temple due to one of the people who was killed in this situation, I guess. I would ask that maybe if we can find them, they be safeguarded by the church until we can either discover the original owners that this person had stolen them from, or that we can find someone worthy to buy them that would not cause any evil with these items, so that way your church may prosper from this person's misdoings.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right. I'm got a +0 at least. It's not my performance. Thank God for that. That's a 13 in total.
13. He goes, hey. No reason to apologize. You serve a different god. That's perfectly alright. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. All of our priests and clerics have expended their magic that they are capable of today. We won't be able to revive this man. However, we would like to keep the items and sell them to pay for some of the rebuilding here.
I'm gonna motion Hawk over to us to try and get his attention.
Yep, I'll come over.
Mm-hmm.
Dear
come over.
Hawk, this is one of their head priests for the Church of Cord. I did not get your name, good sir.
My name is Tristan.
Yes. So as as the priest Tristan has informed me that they would be more than happy to take the items and sell them to help with the benefit of the church. I feel that, as it sounds like this is a member who you knew personally, Hawk, would you be alright with this?
Seeing as how the guy was cursed by the god of this temple, yeah, that's fine.
Well then, Priest Tristan, then as we have agreed to the deal, I feel that the Church of Cord shall keep these items once found. Again, make sure that they are taken in by a very powerful cleric so that they do not be caused damage by these items if these were taken by some sort of evildoer. And please feel free to sell
Of
them
course.
with the good graces of this man, the man who's died compatriots. And I'm gonna look to Hawk, kind of like looking for a title of this relationship.
Look, I knew him and I wish I didn't, but
Understood. Well, thank you very much for bringing these items to our attention. We will excavate them and use them for the good of our temple. Thank you very much.
yes, of course.
And he kind of turns away and starts delegating more orders to a few other monks.
Before I walk away, we'll say to Grong, sucks though. I could have done a lot of good with those gauntlets.
You seem like a strapping young man. I looked in.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
apologies, I'm not
young man.
familiar with your kind very well. I stayed on my own back home. I don't get out very much these days.
Theody comes out of nowhere, kind of pulls you aside, and he goes, "Hey, I know he looks like a man, and he presents that way, but it's kind of wrong of us to just assume."
That's why I asked.
Um,
I asked him. That's why I clarified to make sure I was correct.
Right. You could have been a little more gentle in doing so.
I could, but I prefer.
We're really aiming not to offend anybody these days.
I agree. However, as
There
someone
could
who
have
is
been a microaggression.
Yo, it's PC principle.
I swear to
you,
God, if I
goddamn
hear
it.
microaggression one more time, I'm going to fucking screech
I need
as a
a drink.
dinosaur. You know what? I'm
Um,
screeching right now. I'm screeching. The dinosaur is
You're
screeching,
You're
and
nowhere near. You're
he's
nowhere near.
screeching. He's screeching in the distance, and he's headbanging.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Me? You got it.
Yes. As the dinosaur. Oh
Wait.
well, no, as you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you
That's
keep
a,
your
that's a
stats.
26. That's a
Holy
26.
shit.
26.
God
You
damn.
feel a wave of energy rush over you as you begin to screech, but you just kind of shrug it off.
Screech!
I look to the frogman and go, as a servant of Bahamut, I feel it's more proper to be direct with a person rather than be indirect and have a mixing of words. If they take disrespect, I feel that it is better to be out front and admit the wrongness than to try and move around the subject.
Hey man, alright, I guess.
And I'm gonna look back to Hogfeather and say, as I was stating, I believe that you'll probably find better items as time goes on. You lot seem like the type who find plenty of adventure. By chance, are you looking for a compatriot? I've been looking to travel a bit myself and would love to join on if you would take me. I'm a decent blacksmith, experienced leather worker, and very experienced in woodworking. So I'm very well versed in tools and creation of items, as well as magical productions.
Well, it would be nice to have a fourth party member again.
Wait,
Hopefully he
again?
doesn't die again.
Fuck you. Fuck you, brass. If you would, I would be happy to join you. I assume, but I must ask one question of you, if you do not mind.
Yeah.
None of you, by chance, serve the goddess known as Tiamat, correct?
You feel a little hand pulling you off to the side.
No,
going.
I'm gonna stop the guy from pulling off me. No, hold on. I don't believe so.
Oh,
I don't
well,
believe any of
then
this
we
stuff.
should have no issues. I just would not wish to travel with such and cause more dramatic problems for anybody, as I think enough problems have been caused today, as I look around at the destroyed church.
I don't. Does Hawk know? Does Maxwell or Besmos even worship a god?
No.
You
Well,
don't know. You've
does-
never really
I
discussed
don't
it
think
with
they've
them.
ever met.
Does befriending the goat god count?
No, because I worship him. You just befriending him doesn't really. If you chose to worship him, that's cool. But
I mean, if you choose to worship a goat, you are worshiping a goat. If you befriend a goat, you've made friends with a goat.
you befriended a goat, yeah.
That's the difference here.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Gronk. As far as I'm aware, I don't think the other two are religious at all. I think that would just be me.
Then allow me to introduce myself properly. They call me Grong of Clan Trollbleeder. I come from a cursed bloodline personally of my clan, but I plan to spend the rest of my days redeeming myself and my family, as well as gaining as much wealth as possible for the head of the clan to continue building our stronghold.
Does Grong look like the last troll beater we met? Because I don't think we ever got his name.
You did. You did get Aiden's name.
You did get Aiden's name.
I'm gonna go wait for the troll beater.
And the only difference between Aiden and Grong, as far as what you could tell just looking at him, is that Aiden's got a much shorter beard and is constantly more of a smilier man rather than frowning.
Yeah, Grong, I met one of your family once.
That's it. Well, there aren't many members of Clan Trollbleeder who adventure, but there are some. It would not surprise me if in your travels you had met some. Some are on the rougher path than others. We've had a history in our family to unfortunately cause problems, and thus it has become my mission to seek out proper justice and redeem my family in the name of Bahamut.
Yeah, Aiden Trollbleeder, tried to kill the three of us.
My smile is going to go to an immediate frown and anger. Come again.
Aiden Trollbleeder.
Aiden.
Oh, you feel a tiny little hand on your shoulder, Hawk.
No, I'm just talking about
you're
here.
pulled aside.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you don't know this guy. I know him pretty well. Aiden is kind of a sore subject with him and his family.
I understand.
I mean, he could be feeling attacked right now, or targeted by you. I just want to warn you to be careful around the subject. Maybe don't bring up trigger words like that.
Doug Wolf's having way too much fun with this character.
I am really I have to mute every few seconds because I'm like dying back here. Fuck you.
Wolf's having way too much fun with this frog, dude.
I am.
I'm going to start foaming at the mouth and having a seizure.
Roll another wisdom saving throw.
That's a 24. I'm going to foam at the mouth and have a seizure.
There's a dinosaur just rolling around on the ground, foaming at the mouth, like 30 feet away.
What the fuck is... Giant one, what is wrong with that? The dinosaur-looking creature.
Look, I told you he's a little special.
Little, you weren't kidding. His mental capacities, is he okay? I can cure wounds if there's an injury of sorts. Has he taken a mace to the head by chance?
No, but he did land in a volcano and touch
He did get
lava
metal to his skin.
for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies, disabled one. Allow me, and I'm gonna pull out a
You feel
hard
a tiny
candy.
hand on your shoulder.
I'm gonna push him away, and I'm gonna pull out a hard candy from my pocket and bring it over to Besmos.
I'm going to start seizing him
away.
harder.
You see the little frogman runs up in front of you, runs by your side as you're like walking over to the dinosaur, and he goes, "Hey, I would not, if I were you, label people by their disabilities.
Young dinosaur.
That can be taken as a..." And he just keeps going.
I'm going to start seizing even harder now.
Young dinosaur, I have hard candy for you. This shall relax you, I promise. This is a special brew of my own family.
I'm going to stop seizing for one moment, eat the candy, and then proceed to seize even harder.
Anyways, as I turn away, now walking away. Hawk, you mentioned Aiden Trollbleeder. I'm curious. How?
As you move over to Hawk, just to continue your conversation, you hear the corner of your ear, you hear behind you, Theody just kind of pats the seizing dinosaur, and says, "We love you and we accept you."
Fucking goddamn it. I need a drink. All right. Ignoring that. Yes. Sir Hawkfeather. Or Sir Hawk. If I may. You mentioned Aiden Trollbleeder. He's been dead for hundreds of years. May I ask how you
There's a
met
bit
him?
of a. We went dimension hopping for a little while.
What?
Weird.
Quite a little while.
What? Dimension? Do you have a grand wizard amongst you?
Well, we had a god that moved us around for a little while.
Okay. And I'm going to look towards the fish or the frogman. And go. You're right. I need to be more courteous to the mentally insane. And I'm gonna go back to helping move rocks. Traveling with a god, huh? Wow. That. Sure.
I'm
Yes.
going to start flopping. I'm going to start flopping towards him while he's walking away.
Hawkfeather's decided he doesn't like this man too much.
You start flopping in the direction of Grong. Just these massive thumps, just boom, 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 as you're slamming into the ground, flopping like a fish.
It is said when it's the Cyclops who is the most intelligent of the group. Young Maxwell, was it?
Yeah.
So now that I've been told you apparently dimension hopped with a god, and this one, as I look at the dinosaur flopping behind me, has taken a few too many hits to the head, it seems, unfortunately. But we, of course, accept you and respect you for who you are, and we appreciate all the hard work you do. I turn back to
yeah.
Maxwell and go, so, speaking in sanity's terms, if I may, did you actually dimension hop, and with what god was this? Because I have a hard time believing that such a thing could have happened.
It was, I respond with
Have we actually
confidence.
decided on whether or not to tell people about our friend?
Nope, never did. We never
Alright,
decided.
I'll fucking tell everything then.
Oh.
Larry, Grong, you feel a tiny hand tugging at your cloak.
Fuck you and tiny hands.
And for a second, you think it's Theody again, or
No.
the unnamed frogman, as you can't remember his name. But you look down, and it's a small little kobold in loose flowing robes that looks up at you.
I pat it on the head and go, a servant of the dragons. Nice to meet you.
He
Larry.
nods at you very courteously and says, "Larry."
Oh shit, Larry's alive.
I just immediately get up and and scream in dinosaur, Larry.
In dinosaur, Larry goes, "What's up, man?"
I'm gonna go grab food. Nope.
I'm just like my mouth is just gaping open, and I'm just put him on my back and I ride off into the sunset.
You can't.
What do you mean I can't?
I mean, you go to snatch him up because you have extremely small arms. You try to snatch him up in your teeth, and effortlessly he dodges out of the way. And he goes, "Hey, come on, bro."
I'm going to just sit down and wait for him to get onto my back, and we shall ride off into the sunset together.
No. Are you saying this?
Yes.
Are you telling him
In
this?
dinosaur.
Nah, dude. Can't you? I'm introducing myself.
After you introduced yourself, then.
Excuse me, sir. I see you worship the dragon god Bahamut, and all the rest of you all here are Larry, Larry.
What do I hear? Do I just hear Larry? Or
No,
is-
yeah, you hear. Excuse me, sir. I see you worship the dragon god Bahamut. I too worship the dragon god. Uh, and he's just introducing himself.
I'm going to try and translate in dinosaur to.
You can't talk as a dinosaur.
I
You
can
can't
do that.
speak common.
I'm just gonna speak dinosaur to him then.
You you start kind of roaring and growling in dinosaur at Grong. I think he actually left.
Yeah.
I think Royce went to go get food.
Larry.
hmm
I
Alright,
love that.
I'm back.
Welcome back,
I'm happy I walked away
but
for a moment.
Grong.
Yes.
As you see, Larry kind of looks over to the dinosaur and says, "Larry, Larry, Larry."
Oh, God.
He looks back up at you and says, "Larry, Larry, 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 Larry."
Um. I'm just gonna look at him in confusion.
I'm gonna speak dinosaur to him, and I'm gonna just try and tell him that what he said in dinosaur.
Grong, you now have the dinosaur and a small little kobold both kind of incoherently trying to communicate with you.
So, I don't speak lizard, if I'm honest. Do any of you speak, common?
I'm gonna start seizing again.
Larry
speak common in
Larry
that
just
form.
kind of nods up at you and goes, "Larry."
Larry.
Um, Maxwell or Hawk, can either of you translate?
Nope.
I nod my head up and down as a dinosaur.
Oh, but if you punch
you
the dinosaur
all
hard enough,
see-
he'll go back to his other form.
You all see Larry turn over to the dinosaur and he goes, Larry, 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 and he gestures over to the group and continues, Larry, Larry, Larry. Besmos, he says, hey man, I don't think they can understand me for some reason. Would you mind, translating back when you turn back into a lizard folk?
Yeah, sure.
Appreciate it.
Does the giant dinosaur just keep saying Larry back to Larry?
No, I'm
No,
growling.
the dinosaur is growling and snarling.
I see. Back to helping people now.
Yeah. But Larry just kind of goes off to the side with Besmos and starts talking with him. Grong, you wanted to talk to Maxwell before I rudely interrupted.
I forgot. I'm just gonna pull out a piece of jerky, start chewing on it, and continue moving rocks.
All right. Couple more hours later, everything's really been kind of moved and cleared. Rubble's been cleared from the temple, and bodies have been gathered, not into piles, but onto each of their own personal stretchers, to be more formally carried out of the city. The work seems to be done here for the day. You're all kind of tired, muscles aching a little bit, sweating. And
Ah,
Theody comes up and he goes, "All right, so now that we're done with all this, hey, you want to make some money, Grung? I know you want to make some money."
that depends on what you're asking me to do. You know my belief and views on the world. And no, I will not
I
go and help you with your counseling with your woman again. That was a long time ago. We are not doing that again. That was a long night.
We just needed a little middle ground, man. We just needed.
I am not a counselor. That is my brother. For the last time.
Right. All right. Um. So option 2, it is. Uh, I have, I have a pet that ran away.
Alright, what kind of
What?
fucking euphemism is this?
You mean, did your wife leave you again? I'm not doing this
Not,
again.
not a euphemism. Although
Is this
some
in
people
Thieves'
like
Cant?
to wear collars.
I'm gonna turn back to Maxwell and go.
Uh,
The last time he did this, his wife ran off with the kids. He had me follow them. In the end, it became a whole deal. It's a problem.
Maxwell, do you speak thieves' cant?
No, I'm asking if this is Steve's. No.
He's just asking.
Ah.
It's an innuendo for something.
Doesn't sound coded. It could be.
Listen,
But
I
there's
have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea if you're talking about an actual pet. What?
Yeah, you know what? Hey, go get the dinosaur, and the kobold over here. I want to talk to all of you, actually. Uh, he gathers you guys up, and he goes, "So, okay, I like to own a lot of
Women?
large pets."
No, we will
what?
not give you Besmos.
Excuse me, women are not property, Grong. You
The-
know
The
this.
way you treat them, I don't know about that. We've already that counseling session really brought a lot to light.
As long as they had consent.
Oh, there was consent, but it was a lot of
There
annoying.
was.
It was a lot of begging. It was a big issue.
I.
I'm going to respond in dinosaur.
It was
I
a
feel
low
called
point
out.
in my life.
Someone was very inappropriate in their language apparently, and then they had to go to take a language class when it came to pronouns and all that, and that's why he likes to bring this up to us constantly. For those who didn't know. Yeah, let's go, Wolf. Come on.
Huh? No, yeah. I dig it. Uh. um. But he goes, "Listen, yeah, I know it was a low point. Um. But yeah, you know, some of my larger pets are kind of not super nice to humanoids. And one ran away, got out of its cage, and ran away.
God.
What was her name?
Again, not a woman.
Are we seriously going to be wrangling an animal?
I didn't say it was a woman, but good to know.
Not exactly an animal either.
Oh God, what have you done?
Besmos.
I start running up as a dinosaur.
Can we replace your pet with this one by chance? It seems
I shake my head no.
It needs a good home, someone who will take care of the head injuries and give it plenty of candy to accept it.
You are staring at Theody as you're saying all this.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a tiny hand grab you by the shoulder and spin you around, and it's Theody.
Oh, my bad.
And he goes.
My
And he goes,
apologies. I mixed you lot up very much.
Excuse me. I don't think you should be so loud about his mental disabilities. He could take that as an attack. Um,
I regret ever sending you to that counselor.
Does Theody speak a dinosaur? I'm gonna ask Theody in dinosaur if he speaks dinosaur.
you speak in dinosaur, asking him if he speaks dinosaur. He just looks over and says, "I know, buddy, it was a little mean, but I promise, we do accept you. We love you, and we think you are just like everyone else."
Awesome. Okay, since that's basically him saying yes, I'm basically just gonna grab Grong and run away.
What?
I'm
I
grabbing Grong and running off.
the fuck you are.
You
I'm resisting
uh
this.
roll contested strength checks
Oh,
or athletics checks.
oh
Or
fuck.
actually, Besmos athletics, Grong athletics or acrobatics, because this would technically be a grapple.
I mean, okay, well, a +1 or a +0. You know I'm gonna go athletics.
Let's see. So that's. Let's see. Does it have a particular athletics score?
No, it'd be its
No, it doesn't
strength.
look like it. So it's just. That's an 18.
Yeah, he beat me. I got a 7. I'm not really strong. I'm really healthy and really
Time
smart.
to go,
You-
DM.
You pick him up and start running off with him while he's like slamming his hands down on your snout, like, "Let me go!"
Got a blast.
Can I cast grease into
Roll
into
wisdom
his
saving
mouth?
throw for me, Besmos.
Yeah, sure.
Can I cast grease?
17.
Oh no.
You feel all the muscles in your dinosaur body begin to lock up.
Wait.
You make it about 20 feet away from the group, and you just freeze.
All of his muscles,
Yep.
including his jaw.
Yep.
I mean, frozen up doesn't mean like it's stiff, you know.
Okay. I was about to
It's not-
say.
He's not like clenching every muscle.
Oh, okay.
It's just frozen
He
weight.
can't do it.
You
Yeah.
were there for that, like, no, fuck you, don't do this to me
Yeah,
now.
you're immediately crushed. Roll a new character.
I was like, no.
The shortest lived character yet.
I'm gonna make an evil
Actually,
character.
maybe not.
No, that would be my fucking Yuanti that lasted less than 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Died to a bird. Fucking flame bird.
Damn. So what exactly are we running, boys?
Larry goes up to you, Besmos, as you're frozen, and he goes, "Dude, what's going on, man?" You all hear, "Larry, Larry, Larry."
I'm going to just go like, I'm trying to get the dwarf, and I'm gonna eat him.
Listen, what do you want us to do,
We're
man?
starting to
You're gonna
think
eat
Larry
him?
knows language.
He's a dude. He's a person.
That's never started before.
Did
To
you
be
just
fair,
call me
it
a
actually
whore?
hasn't stopped him.
Yo, honestly, that's kind of messed up, bro.
I got called a whore.
I mean, is there,
Can you stop drooling on me, Mr. Dinosaur?
Actually, he can't
What-
because he's
What's the
paralyzed.
dinosaur's hit point total?
what's the dinosaur's hit point total?
Yep,
That would be 51.
Oh shit.
51. Okay.
What happens if you cast sleep on a transformed creature,
It falls
like a
asleep.
transformed druid? Yeah, but like the druid character should have more than that thing.
I don't know if it would for the concentration spell.
Definitely has more, but it doesn't count those. It counts the hit points of the creature that it is, not the creature that it will turn back into when it drops to 0.
Ah,
Why am I being eaten again?
With a 6th level sleep spell, Besmos, you
Yeah.
fall unconscious.
Oh shit. Thanks, Hawk.
Uh,
What? I didn't hear you.
Grong,
Yes.
you fall out of his mouth as it just goes slack.
Oh, thank you for the dinosaur spittle. I'm gonna try and get some in a vial and put it away in my pack for later. Experimentation.
I mean, you don't know what a dinosaur is, so yeah. You'd
Uh,
grab some of its spit.
I'm gonna look to the others and go, so I know he's specially respected, but I feel attacked.
Well, he is.
Aody goes over to Besmos.
Oh no.
Out of Besmos.
Okay, God.
kind of shakes him awake, and goes, "Hey," as you're still lying on the ground, still paralyzed, he goes, "Hey, I know you weren't trying to, but I think he felt a little attacked when you grabbed him and picked him up and started carrying him away. I just want to clear this up so the mistake doesn't happen again.
While he's speaking, I'm having a seizure. And
You
foaming.
are paralyzed. None of your muscles can move.
Fine, and I just drool aggressively.
I
Max
want you
will
to
save us.
describe what drooling aggressively means.
That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear. I'm gonna drool aggressively.
So you know how you drool when your just mouth is open? I want to do that, but I want it to basically fill the entire city and make it like 5 feet worth of flooding all over the city.
Well, you can't do that. So
Please,
can
please
you,
let him
you,
dry.
You drool a couple drips on the ground. He goes, I know, but he just kind of pats you on the head.
I'm going to start crying.
Dinosaurs can't
dinosaur.
cry, they don't have tear glands.
This one does.
He's
God.
gonna cry. He's gonna drool so aggressively it comes out of his eyes.
I'm going to drool out of my
He goes,
eyes.
so as I said, I have a missing pet. I know its general whereabouts, but it does kind of have ways of hiding that from me. I was wondering if you guys could go retrieve it for me.
How big a cage do we
Maybe
need?
tell us what it is.
I have a lot of money that I can offer you.
How big of a cage do we need?
Um, I have one, and he pulls out a cage that is about a foot cubed.
Huh?
Are we gonna
Oh.
be using that? What? Huh?
No.
Oh, let me show you. He holds it out, and you see
Oh,
it
no.
is fully inlaid in runes.
Oh god.
And as he opens the door of the cage, it shunts out of his hand about 5 feet away, and grows to about 40 feet tall.
Oh fuck! That's how big we need to deal with.
And as he kind of shoves the door and closes it back up, it shrinks to about a foot again.
I'd like to know what we're hunting.
So it's not necessarily an animal that occurs in the natural world
It's a
very
fucking
often.
chimera. It's homunculus.
Chimera.
It's Nina Tucker.
It's Nina Tucker? What?
Wait, do you not know that? Look at the picture. Look at the picture Max will put in chat. It says this is what we need to wrangle. That's.
I know what the reference is. I was just laughing at it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Edward.
No, it's not really necessarily a beast. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, if it's been in the wild, I do have a larger cage, and he takes out a cage out of his bag of holding that appears to be 2 feet cube.
Oh God.
And he goes, yeah, so it flew up into the mountains.
It can fly?
Where I lost track of it was around the Dread Fort.
Excuse me, if I may ask, is this thing, scaly or furry, or can you give us
Has
some
wings.
descriptions?
Not scaly. It has wings and feathers.
Griffin?
No. He kind of pulls you in, kind of
no.
gestures for you to come in really close.
Uh-huh.
So I may or may not own the only phoenix in existence.
I'm gonna turn back to
Oh
the guys and
shit.
go, yeah, guys, he's got a big flaming chicken is what he lost. It's just a
I don't
special
think I
breed
wanna
of
hunt big
chicken.
flaming chicken.
It's a special breed of chicken. They shoot fire out their mouth. It's okay. Don't worry. We can take it.
Can we kill it?
We cannot kill it. We
I don't
have to
No,
put
no,
it in the
no!
cage.
Please do not kill it.
Alright, just making sure.
It is a
This
righteous
is my
creature.
pet. This is my pride and joy.
Yeah, he does favor it more than his daughter. Yeah, we'll go get the flaming chicken. Let us
Uh,
I'm
prepare.
gonna rub the back of my head. I don't think I'll be the most useful for this one.
Actually, I think you will be the most useful. I think we can do
I
something.
I will have you know, my daughter is a Frump supporter. Okay,
Can I punch
I
him?
had to disown her.
Can I punch him?
I wouldn't
Sure, roll to
recommend.
attack.
Do I want to?
No.
I mean, are you punching him, or are you
No,
just
I'm
saying
gonna
you
consider
want
it.
to?
I'm gonna consider it.
Okay.
Go on.
Gotcha.
Yes. So, I'm very familiar with flaming chickens, everyone. We just need to go find a tavern really quickly, and a potion shop, and we should be able to easily take care of this. If our young friend Hawk can't capture it, we can use the giant Besmos there to probably grab a hold of the thing.
I don't know what your plan for me to capture is, but I'll give it a shot.
I mean, you look capable. You should.
can
I
I
got
beat
no
it
idea.
up?
We can't kill
Uh,
it.
I would prefer you didn't. I mean, you can kill it, but don't.
If
You
we kill
have
it.
to save the egg.
What? It's
Yeah.
we've got a You're telling me we have oh no,
Oh, it's pregnant. Alright.
a mother flaming chicken. Okay. Yes. So we're gonna need a lot of those potions. Anybody here good with potion brewing by chance?
Not it.
No, my I
He
used to
he
be,
looks
but I'm
at
not a
you and
good
he goes,
brewer.
I mean, I make potions all the time, but you're an artificer.
I am, but I'm good with brewing supplies. I think we could use a couple, either a potion of animal friendship, or maybe a couple fire resistance potions would be nice. Um, just in case.
I mean, I can supply a couple potions. Those will come out of your total fee.
In exchange for us living, maybe a fire resistance potion for each and one potion of animal friendship would be great.
All right. So that would be. So in total, minus those, I'll pay you each 3,500 gold pieces.
Fucking hell.
Uh-huh.
Does that sound fair?
Let's make a few more fire resistance potions if we could from my end. And I'm gonna bargain with him, and I'm gonna go instead of 3,500. How about
Listen,
2,500?
I'm gonna let that go on. Can I try to claim the money I have for at least helping out on the
Oh
fight?
yeah, the
The
enemy
fight,
promised
not
stuff.
the but not the.
Oh, the fight money. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, you go claim your gold. How much did you put down?
Nothing. No, not the fight money. It's literally just like I did help
The bounty on
kill.
the orc.
Yeah, bounty of some
Oh,
sort.
oh, gotcha. To each and every person that helped, you see they are awarding 30 gold pieces.
Ah, good enough.
They're awarding those to the people that helped try and restrain and kill this dude, and also the families of the dead that
That the grenade burned.
died trying to kill it. Maybe not, you know.
But yes, great fire chickens when they're pregnant are very angry. I recommend we all get some good rest tonight, and we set out in the morning to find this thing. As is really rather commonly known, fire chickens are not much for waking up early, especially when hormonal. So we should be able to catch it in the early dawn.
I don't remember how to add money into my character.
You
Ah,
don't?
found it.
Was it
No, I found. Yeah, I found
equipment?
it.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the current part.
We're gonna have to set a trap for this thing.
Or you could just bait them into in the cage, and then we'll just fight them while you guys.
By
Oh,
chance, good sir, what does this thing eat? And do you happen to have anything of its food or bedding to put inside the
Well,
cage?
uh, generally, I like to think of myself as a lover of animals. Um,
Ew.
so my pets are as well. Uh, I feed it a strict diet of a series of nuts and vegetables. Um,
And like
oh,
small
what was that?
children or cows? What?
No, it doesn't eat meat.
Okay. Can we get some of its food and put it in the cage, as well as some bedding for it?
Of course. Uh, yeah, of course. Um, he takes out the cage and opens it. This is a this is a 60-foot in
Oh,
each direction cage.
can I try to close it? See how light or heavy it is
Yeah.
after
Uh,
he's done.
yeah. Um, and inside of it, you see it is already set up. It has a little perch, um, set up in the cage. There is also um, a little food and a feeder in it, and some water.
Something tells me that's not what the phoenix eats.
Somehow this is gonna go really, really wrong.
Gotcha. Yeah, but you can try to close it.
Like, how easy is it?
You walk up to it, and it's a heavy door. I mean, it's extremely thick, solid iron bars. Um, and it's greased well enough that you can push it with some effort, but you can push it closed pretty easy. And as soon as the door closes, you hear a click, and it shrinks down
Oh,
to
thank God.
about. Theody goes, yeah. So y'all in?
Sure, worst comes to worst, I just bait into the cage and we're just gonna fight each other while you guys head towards them. Head back.
I suppose so. Besmos?
That's probably going to be our plan Z or Z.
I think Besmos still locked up. Alright, yeah, we'll give it a shot.
He goes, oh yeah, sorry. Snaps his fingers and Besmos, your muscles kind of relax and release.
Time to get up again.
You get up. He goes, excuse me, my friend. So, are you willing to go find and rescue my pet in exchange for this amount of money?
It's a lot of money, Besmos. It's a lot of money.
I would say maybe 2,500 would be a more fair-based thing.
You're talking down the price?
Oh, well,
I am a
of
renowned
course.
merchant, as you all know, or as many of you should know. Well known for my amazing bargaining skills here.
How could I possibly disagree? Grong, you sly devil.
I apologize. I know that I'm taking advantage, but I feel 2,500 is only a fair price.
No, it's fine. We've been friends a while.
Is this a bit I'm missing?
I've
He
got
talked
a
the price down by 1,000.
I've got a -3 in charisma, and my background is failed merchant. I'm really bad at making deals.
Alright, I'm not going to let you haggle for shit next time.
Um, I will ask though, if you may, in exchange, instead of for my price tag, I would prefer a supply of some finer quality wood, some iron, and some leather. As you know, I prefer tinkering over actually carrying around large amounts of gold.
Oh, of course.
So,
That
though
can be arranged.
for my friends, I assume they would
Uh,
rather have a
Yeah,
gold
yeah, the money's
themselves.
fine. Yeah. Carry that shit. It's fine.
Money's
All right. Sounds good. So 2,500 in materials and gold for each of you.
Yeah. Just next time can you just refuse the next time he turns the price down? Thank you.
Yeah, one of us will do the haggling next time.
Good sirs, I am an amazing merchant. Thank you. I am well respected amongst my peers here.
Hey, he talked the price down a lot. Yeah. He's a famous merchant here. He talks prices down all the time. I don't know,
Fine.
he's just undeniable.
I have a specific set of
Again,
skills.
so do you need a map?
Yes, that would help
I
actually.
apologize. Earlier I said Dreadfort. I had Minecraft on the brain. I meant Duskfort.
Ask for it.
That's
Yeah, the map would help.
Okay, yeah. Absolutely.
Put it on Grong's tag if you need to pay.
Okay, I will. Let me find the map. There it is.
Just ignore my comments in the background from Taken. I have a very specific set of skills. Skills I've acquired specifically for the situation like this.
I'm gonna fucking suplex you.
Please do. So it's up in the mountains near the Dusk Fort.
Listen, good sirs, in
Mhm.
Bahamut's name, I am known as one of the greatest merchants this city has ever seen. For my
So we're just
honesty
gonna
and respect.
I'm ignoring him like he doesn't exist.
so we're just gonna head north then.
Yeah, more or less.
Alright, seems easy enough.
We have to search the mountains near the fort.
Am I familiar with this Dusk Fork by chance, Wolf?
Roll a history check.
Alright. I got a +5 to this, so that's nice. 7.
7?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, you know it's there. You know that a couple of your friends who have been in the Imperial Guard and the Imperial military have been stationed there before, but you don't really know what it is.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look to them and go, or to the rest of the party and go, yes, the Imperial Guard have been known to frequent this place, although I'm not sure what they're guarding exactly, but you know.
Huh. Very well.
You think they'll let us in?
I think I could probably persuade them, assuming our dinosaur friend
God.
here does not decide to tromp around too much.
Why is oh god?
I'm gonna turn back into a lizard.
Ah, your lizardkin. That makes so much more sense now.
What is this supposed to mean?
That your people are so famous for turning into much larger creatures.
Can I
You
roll
feel a
insight?
tiny hand on your shoulder.
God damn it! I need wine.
Hey, so you're making a lot of stereotypes, a lot of speculating. Um, it's just really not cool. I know a lot of us come from different backgrounds. That can be kind of triggering for him.
Good sir,
Um,
don't remind me about what happened. Don't make me remind you about what happened to your frump daughter. If you want to talk about stereotypes, we can go into this. Do you wish to go into this in front of everyone?
how
Out of respect for
dare
you,
you?
I would rather not bring up this subject in front of
I
these
have been
new
pulling
members.
you aside quietly and respectfully.
And I appreciate you doing this. However, you must understand, after so many times, you could
I'm going.
understand how it could be considered maybe a slight annoyance at that point.
I
I'm
feel
going.
there is much for you to wake up to, my
I'm going
friend.
to.
I
I'm
am
going.
certainly just trying to help.
Listen,
I'm going.
we
You're going to
Durgar.
what?
I'm gonna tap the toad on the shoulder, and I'm gonna bring him aside.
Thank you.
Okay.
And
You
I'm gonna.
pull him aside and he goes, "Oh, yes.
Hello there, friend. I will have you know that actually you've been misidentifying me and using my incorrect pronouns, and I'm honestly very
I
offended.
am so sorry. I
Uh,
am so sorry to make such horrific assumptions.
I am actually Zay.
Zize, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I am so sorry for misidentifying you.
I would very much appreciate it if you could just, um, please, stop pulling my friends aside, as I am very capable of correcting them in these very grave mistakes
Well,
they've been making.
of course you're capable of it. I was just simply trying to uh I do not know your background. I was just trying to assist a friend.
Of
Uh
course, of
have
course.
to stay woke, if you will.
Of course, of course. I appreciate that, but I'd rather do it myself. It's very meaningful much more meaningful, and I feel it's much easier for, my friends and compatriots to handle it if it comes from me, someone they know.
Oh, of course, of course. Well,
Good.
thank you so much for letting me know. I am so sorry for the wild assumptions I have made. I am always learning, always trying to get better.
Of course,
Um,
of course, of course, of course. I will pull you aside if I notice anything else again. Don't worry.
of course, thank you so much.
Anyways, I'm gonna
And he
I'm gonna
looks
go
over
back
to
to.
Grong and he
No,
says, I am sorry,
no,
Grong.
no.
Uh,
I'm turning and walking away. At this point, I'm done.
I'm gonna go find an inn to sleep in.
Good Hawk. I will treat you to a glass of wine. You look like a Maxwell, you seem like the type who'd enjoy a beer. Let's get a drink.
I
I like
actually am.
beer.
Hawk is a wine drinker. This is great.
Oh, I thought it's the morning now.
It's
Is that
9 o'clock
trouble?
somewhere. Let's go
It's
get some
not.
drinks.
It's
Honestly,
evening
Ah,
at this point.
All the
Yeah.
corrections took a long time.
I assume the fight pits are now closed.
yeah.
Well, they're buried under rubble.
Yeah, the fight pits are closed.
That makes sense. Well, at least I'll probably
Yeah.
get to an inn then.
Yeah, let's grab some. Let's grab some drinks, an inn. I'll speak to the innkeeper and get us a good price.
You go to that for yourself. I'm fine with the usual.
Oh no, I insist. Trust me, they
And
always
I
cut me a
insist
special
to
deal.
refuse.
Good sir, I refuse your
You all
refusal.
walk off, go find an inn. Uh, roll an investigation check for me.
Me?
Any of you, whoever's leading the charge on what may end up being a bar crawl, what may end up just being a room to sleep in.
Who wants to go for it?
I got a
Is that
16.
Besmo? Oh, I thought it was Besmos.
Say I got a +5. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I'll let him have it. Yeah. hmm
Yeah, I'd
I
recommend.
don't trust him.
Hawk.
I don't trust.
He's treating me to wine. I trust him.
I don't trust Grong.
Oh, how dare you?
17.
Oh, he beat me. Beat me by 1.
17.
Beat me by 1.
That's with a -1 in my roll too.
Yeah, that was with a +5 on mine.
You pass a few that are really strange. You pass one called the Venetian Rat. You don't think that sounds very appetizing. Few kind of rapscallions kind of hunkered outside of it. You find one called the Quaint Lion Inn. It appears to be a very, very nice 3-story inn. And then you find just kind of an aggressively average pub called the Grey Adventurer Pub.
Am I
Which would you
familiar
like to
with?
go
Am
to?
I familiar with any of these?
Uh, roll just a general luck check, just 1d20. 11 through 20, you'll be familiar.
17.
17?
Mhm.
Yeah, you're familiar with these.
All right.
You've lived outside of the city for really all your life.
Is there any of them that are considered better than the others?
The Quaint Lion considers themselves to be better than all other inns. It's run by a family of elves, and they treat it like they're better. They serve very fine wines. Dinner is served in 7 or 8 tiny courses throughout the span of like 5 or 6 hours. It's treated more as like a fine dining and entertainment establishment, as
I
well as
refuse
a
to go
hotel,
there.
than any just pub.
Too
Ah,
fancy.
would you
Too fancy.
prefer like fancy wines and long meals? Elven women always a plus to many men travelers, especially around these
Yeah, no, we're
parts.
going for a dinkier place.
We're going
But
for the
not too
average
dinky.
place, the average one.
Well, there's the Grey Adventurer, I believe it was.
Mhm.
That
You know, that one's a solid. They got solid rooms, solid drinks, solid food. It's hearty.
it's the inn is designed for men such as yourselves. Hearty meat, hearty meals to make
Perfect.
sure. Okay, I shall lead them that way.
Sounds
All
great.
right, you lead them to the Grey Adventure.
And
You. Sorry.
no, go ahead.
You see below the words of the Grey Adventure on their sign outside of this large, kind of elongated 2-story wooden tavern. You can see there are multiple rooms affixed to the outside of the tavern for different patrons. You walk up, and underneath the letters of the Grey Adventure on the sign, you see this emblem of a graying old man with a long beard and scars all over his face. But you make your way in, and it is not loud in here, but it is populated. There are a lot of people in here talking, having their conversations. Immediately, the temperature goes up about 20 degrees as there is a large hearth at the far corner of the room, heating the entire thing. And you see people are generally joyful. People are going back and forth, having conversations, laughing, eating, feasting, and drinking.
Do I recognize anybody in here by chance?
Make a perception check.
I
Any
am terrible at
tattoos?
those, so I'm happy to do so. Only a +4. 19.
Uh, in fact, you do.
Please tell me it's the racist blind dwarf.
Why would he be here?
I
He's
don't.
so dead. He's so
Yeah.
dead.
I
You
just.
First
killed him
kill.
dead.
I just want them to show back up.
He's
God
here,
damn it!
oh.
When you said, "Oh yeah, you think you killed every," I want that to be the one guy who survived. Reestablished sees me and like, oh fuck.
No, you just kind of scan the room, and for a second, it just looks like full of, a bunch of average nobody people. And at the end of the bar, just kind of drinking alone, you see standing on his stool because he's so short.
Hmm.
You see a extremely short halfling, maybe a foot and a half tall to 2 feet tall, uh, but built like a tree stump, just absolutely jacked for his size. He probably has more muscle on him than most average humans have on them.
Am I average?
Not anymore.
Nowhere close. You are
You're a Cyclops, Ben.
huge, but he looks like he's extremely jacked.
And I recognize this
You
man.
know this is yes, you recognize him as Acris.
I am going to wave to him. Wait, how do I what do I recognize him from first?
You recognize him. You have seen him at your temple to Bahamut. He is a worshiper. He is not a devout paladin or cleric, but he is
Or
a
servant. Okay.
pretty devout worshiper. And there's kind of a community that you guys have built around that. As
Then-
well as he likes to fight in the fighting pits of Cord.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you've
shout
just
out.
known him growing up. He's kind of cool.
I'm gonna shout, Acris, you owe me a drink. Let's get some drinks for my new friends.
He, you see, he swings around, and Maxwell, well, everybody, but you immediately peg. He is missing an eye.
Like me.
He swings around and goes, "Hey, it's you that owes me the drink."
Fine, fine.
And he waves you over to where he's kind of standing on his stool drinking out of like a large for even a human-sized mug.
I'm gonna look at
It's
him and
about
go,
the size of him.
I'm gonna point to the barkeep and say, get me about 4 of those of wine for me and my new friends.
Bartender just kind of nods at you. Goes, "All right. That'll be 8 silver.
Yes, a
Or
gold it
would you like to
is.
start a tab?
I set down a gold
Gold
piece
it
for him.
All right.
That's his own money, not
I
mine.
never
I don't care.
money.
He happily takes the gold coin, kind of bites it and puts it into his pouch,
All right, I remove my gold.
and moves over to start pouring y'all's drinks. Acaris looks over at you and goes, "Hey, it's been a while since I've seen you emerge from your cave, huh?"
Yes, the family has been working on the new estate, but we're short on cash, and these new fellows are as I take a long draw on the drink. These new fellows are my new friends to help me chase down a fire chicken.
A fire chicken.
Yeah,
Yep.
you
I
know.
love
Fire
chickens.
chicken.
Yeah, you know
Hey,
this.
bartender, get us around whole chickens. One for each. 2 for that one. And he points over to Maxwell.
Hell yeah.
And slides him over some coin, and the dude goes, "All right." And he starts pulling off some like whole rotisserie chickens and just slapping them on plates in front of each of you.
All
I
right,
start at the neck.
boys,
You start at the neck.
eat up, and drink up.
Immediately, as you guys start going in, you see Acris is almost done with his.
Oi.
He is just
Impressive.
savagely ripping and tearing through this thing, devouring it.
And after 3 sips, Grong is already drunk and starting to put gold pieces on the table for the bartender for no reason. I'm putting down 3 gold pieces to be
The
nice.
bartender kind of leans
Can I-
over looking at you and kind of
Can I
slides
find
back some of the gold pieces and he goes, "Well, thank you very much. Welcome to my fine establishment. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Here, have a room on us for tonight." And he
Definitely not
slides
because it's
over a
funny.
key. How much gold are you
I gave him 3 gold
drunkenly
pieces.
sliding over? 3 gold? He
I
goes,
swear to God, he's gonna accidentally
"Please,
bribe an officer.
please, enjoy your room for the night. It won't be capable of holding all your companions, although you will find a bit of companionship in there."
I'll get my own room. I don't think I can
Hey,
fit.
can me and Maxwell just get a room? I'm okay to be
Not
alone.
together.
We
Of
get
course,
along
that'll
just-
be 5 silver.
Easily.
I look to them and go, "Oh, my apologies. I did not know you two were together. If I had known,
no.
I apologize. Acris and I have known many of
Coyote
your
grabs
types."
you by the shoulder. No.
I
Yeah.
grab you by the shoulder.
I'll
Yes.
pay 5 silver for a room for myself. Fine by me.
Okay.
All right.
Acris goes, "So, what drags you out of your cave, huh?"
Wine, fried chicken. As I'm kind of starting to like wave back and forth as my cheeks are turning red. And the chance for adventure, and the fact that I may have gotten kicked out of the stronghold again. One explosion, and I tell you, they don't trust you anymore with the mining. They told me to go get gold.
They don't make them like they used to. One little explosion just sets everybody off.
Exactly.
I know what
And
you're
I
talking about.
apologize for the eye thing again. I know it was a
Hey,
misfire.
listen, it happens. What's an eye, huh? I don't need both. They're like
I have this.
huh?
I show
Oh,
him
you
the eye.
pull out the you pull out this prosthetic eye that's definitely too big for his small little eye socket.
Wait, can I
But
investigate
he
it?
goes, "Oh, sweet! Look at this!" And he grabs it out of your hand. And he goes, "Is this magic?"
Yeah, if you do something to it, it should be able to work like a normal eye.
Do you think I can replace my working eye with this eye? I kind of like having one eye. But
I'm gonna look at him and say,
magic
wait.
is cool.
Allow me to carve reduce rune into the thing, so that way we can make it fit to your head.
I'm not trusting him.
Believe it or not, I'm good with tinkerer's tools.
But while you're
And that's the only thing you're good at, probably.
Pretty much, actually. I'm good at making stuff. I'm very bad at everything else.
All right, roll an Arcana check
All right.
as you start carving into this already magical item.
Nat
Giving
20,
it to him, fuck it.
22. Thank you. My only 20 of the night. Thank you so much.
Nat 20.
Yeah,
he is
nat
good
20.
at this when he's drunk.
I continue to drink while doing this.
You start wildly scribbling runes into the sides of this eye. And the eye, it is just a plain brown eye, Maxwell?
Pardon?
Whatever eye color you had, that's what it was designed to be.
I believe so. No,
Yeah,
wait. It says
something like that.
it's shimmish black.
Yeah. It flashes. All the runes around it flash, and it shrinks a little bit. Uh, to fit the size of Akris's face,
Okay.
and the color of the eye actually changes to this glowing crystalline blue.
There
And he
you go.
goes, "Yo, hey, you're all right, guys. Hey, so for real though, do you think I could replace
No, no,
my
no, no.
working eye with this one?
Akris, please put it in the other
I,
one.
it's
You.
I
pretty
don't
cool
know.
having one eye.
Yeah, but you know
Don't know.
the
Glowing eye is
ladies.
cool
I'm gonna
too.
hold on. I'm gonna look at him. You know, you could put it in your other eye and still have a bandage over that missing eye, and just
Yes, there you go. You could, and then you
You're
could use
right.
it when you need to, when
'cause
you're in
then
battle.
you'll have it when you truly need it, but you can still keep your aesthetic.
It's like that ninja
That could be
story we
my
read.
thing. That
That's
could be the gimmick in the fighting pits. I go in with a bandage over the eye. They think I'm all messed up, and I take the bandage off, and I'm glowing at them. I love it. I love it. He plunk, kind of fits it into his empty socket.
that's why it's like it's Kakashi oh shit from
We
Naruto.
call him Kakashi.
It's like that one ninja. Oh god damn it. Yes, and we've got to hear more stories about what you've been up to, and why you're here.
Oh, of course, of course. Uh, I went and fought a massive monster over south. Crap, where was it? I believe, yeah, just south. To the south of this city. It was located at one of those ponds down there outside of Ardshire.
Yes.
I fought this huge, and you're gonna think this is weird, right? It was like sort of a goose, but it had to be summoned with blood. Uh,
A
to
blood
come out
goose.
of the
Huh?
lake.
A blood goose.
Uh,
I've heard stories of something of this similar.
indeed. Um,
Did you have to pull him out of a hat?
no, I didn't have to pull him out of a hat. That's strange. That's a strange question.
You lot are they're a weird lot. To be honest, they were involved in earlier. You heard about the Cord Temple blowing up, right?
Oh yeah, I was
Probably
there.
felt
Where
too.
one of these lot apparently was involved with it. Someone had a very large explosive from what I overheard.
Yo, who was it? Which one of you blew up the temple?
I threw the
I
thing.
mean, not really blew up the temple, but blew up the temple.
I threw the thing. I did not know what it did, but I threw the thing.
That was my item.
Yeah, you mentioned something about a goat
Dude,
god
can I get one of those? I
No.
was super trapped under some rubble. I had to crawl myself out of there.
They
Ooh, I
also
wasn't fast enough.
There was
Huh?
this one guy who was like, help! And I was like, dude, get good.
That's my man right there. I'm gonna look at him. And they also
He
this
just
group is
wasn't strong
interesting.
enough.
They mentioned something about a goat god that they worship. It's quite interesting.
Okay, 1, not a goat. 2, he
For
was
a
a new
friend.
authentic god.
And
They-
3, they were a friend.
As I am still drunk, I look at it. So they worship a goat god. I've never heard of this thing.
You're full of it.
No, they told me they were dimension hopping with a goat, like that they turned into a god. It's a weird thing. You Hawk and Maxwell, tell him this story.
You were dimension hopping with a goat. He just like wordlessly out of the corner of his eye looks over to the bartender and orders another chicken.
I need
No,
another.
I'm ready for this.
I need another
I'm ready for a
round.
good story. Yeah, he waves his finger in a circle. Another round.
Since no one believe us, might as well tell the entire story.
Yeah, may as well.
All right. You eat and drink, telling stories back and forth with Acris. Uh, it's getting late. It's getting about 1, 2 a.m. in the morning. Uh, you see some of the patronage is starting to die down. People are either heading back to their rooms or heading back to their houses around the city. Um, Hawk, you have a room, right? You have
Mhm.
your own room.
Yep.
Maxwell, you have your own room, right?
Yeah.
Besmos, where are you staying?
I don't care. I'll just sleep wherever.
Let him sleep in the stable, man. You'll be like, free
Sure.
horses.
I remember
I'll
in an
sleep.
earlier session, me and Biswas had this weird dynamic of he was cold-blooded, so he slept on me, and I didn't.
You know what?
appreciate it.
Actually, no, he's right. I'm doing that. I'm sleeping on him.
It's the weird cat and nigger.
All right. You stay in his room, and Grong, you have your room paid for.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to Acris and go, before I head up to my room, I was like, I need some
Mhm.
scale mail. Some that's got like a chromatic design in respect to my god, our god. Not like actual chromatic, but looks chromatic.
Yeah, something shiny. I got
Exactly.
you.
Where could we find something like that tonight?
Tonight?
Well, it's
Tonight, nowhere, man.
it's only fun when we drink to go out and find, shops with random stuff for us to buy.
Listen, I can't. I don't, I don't like to steal, man.
No, not steal. No, go find a merchant that's still open at this hour.
There's no good merchants open at this hour. The only ones open at this hour are the desperate ones and the shady ones.
Desperate. I mean, think about it. Desperate. We could change a life tonight. They could make a profit. The first time they'll make a profit in ages.
God. Don't fucking sleep.
If not, we can go in the
All
morning.
right. Yeah. Let's go in the morning, man.
All right.
Just like last time, I'm gonna wrap myself around Besmos.
You wrap yourself around him. Besmos, you head to sleep. You're both purring on each other.
Besmos purrs. Oh God.
Yep. Uh, Grong, you're pretty messed up. You're
Mm-hmm.
plastered.
Yeah, at this
So is
point.
Acris. Yeah. He really just wants to go to bed.
All right. We'll pass out, and then the first thing in the morning, before we fight fire chickens, we'll get armor.
Sounds good. Hey, can I go fight the fire chicken too?
We can't kill it.
How
We're
much we getting
capturing it.
paid? Aw, what's the fun of that, man?
You can kill everything else around it, but we got to capture it and its egg.
I'm cool with that.
All right. I respect you,
All
man.
right.
It's like give him a hug and walk up towards my room.
You give him like the Beastmaster like forearm handshake. Your forearm is like longer than his entire arm, but you feel he packs a wallop as he like slams his arm into yours. You don't necessarily want to admit it. He is way stronger than you, and he's tiny.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, you head back to your room. Yeah, like that.
Yep.
You head back to your room that has been paid for. And inside, as promised, you do find companionship.
Temptress out.
There-
And I point to the door.
Laying on the bed, with no clothes on, you find a probably 350-pound satyr
Fuck you.
woman.
I'm gonna look at the satyr and go, sorry, you were paid for the room, and I'm gonna point towards Hawkfeather's room.
No, I locked my door.
I have some tools to get in. They may have accidentally locked it. If you could probably get a key from the barkeep downstairs who runs the inn, let him know that I'm wanted to pay for you to go
Roll
over
a
there.
deception check
you're
with
heavily
disadvantage because you're intoxicated.
17. I rolled 2 20s. Thank you.
She stands up, uh, completely unashamed, as she walks towards the door.
I appreciate your company tonight, but as I said, you're wanted elsewhere.
Well, of course. Those tools?
Yes, and I break up my
If they
thieves'
come in
tools.
my room, I'm going to punch them. I will defend my land.
I look to her and
you hand her some thieves' tools. And she
No.
goes, and just remember, and she kind of drags a couple fingers across your chest. Us satyrs, we worship the god of ecstasy,
God of meme.
revelry.
I believe that, but Bahamut does not allow
If
me.
a shame.
Thank the gods.
Should you change your mind, you can always join.
I'm celibate.
And she
Swear,
kind
leave me
of
alone.
slaps you on the butt and walks out.
I shout down the hallway. If they refuse, they're just playing. It's part of their game.
Do I hear this shout?
I'm not shouting it loud
No,
enough to
you're
make
asleep.
it very loud. Yeah.
Fuck.
She walks down the hall, down the stairs to where your room is. And what's your passive perception?
You're welcome.
See, I'm hoping to stay asleep, but I'm clearly curled up to Besma, so I hope she just thinks that we're together and she'll leave me alone.
What's your passive perception though?
15.
15. The door opening is not what wakes you. What wakes you is Larry, 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 Larry. As you see, Larry is sat up stiffly in his little roll that he kind of curled up next to you two with. And he is staring at the doorway where, kind of silhouetted, you do have a kind of dimmed down light in your room. So slightly silhouetted, you see this like 350-pound, 4-foot tall satyr woman.
The
I want to
whale on
wake up
wheels.
Besmos,
Completely
and I'm gonna
naked.
tell him it's his turn to deal with this.
Oh gods.
I'd like to wake up Besmos and let him
Besmos
know.
is literally gonna eat her.
She goes, "Oh,
Ew.
started without me, have you?"
I'm gonna look at
All
her. Oh,
right.
so you're
And
here for
she
Besmos.
comes in the room and closes the door behind her and locks it, deadbolts it.
Please tell me this is end of session right here.
Yeah, that's where we'll end the session there as we fade to black.
God.
You're welcome, Maxwell. I thought
Okay.
about doing it too, but I was like, nah, it wouldn't work.
Maximo would just throw her through a door. That's all
Oh
that would
god.
happen.
Alright, I'm ending the stream. Thank you all for watching, everyone.